Hi Miss, I'm Jason. This is my video presentation from proposal assignment 2 and 3. And my topic will be communication between Generation X and Generation Y employees in achieving consensus within an organization. And I will be talking about overview of the topic and objective of the studies. Okay, my topic will be further research and differences of communication of Generation X and Y in meeting the consensus, and a research on whether generational communication could bring common agreement in a workforce. The research is to understand the different communication used in different generation cohorts, to develop an understanding on whether consensus could be achieved under different communication between Generation X and Y, and to understand the effectiveness of diverse communication between these two genres. Okay, literature review. Operation definition. Organization communication is the study of symbols, media messages, interaction, relationship, network, broader discourses within an organization. And the second definition is balancing of creativity and constraints, and a process of transferring meaning, ideas, information from the sender to the receiver under condition of the receiver understood the message. And this will be my finding of the journal articles. The first journal articles, Lester examine the relation between generation expectation and the organizational communication. And the second one, I'll be talking about diversity communication. Definition of diversity communication is communications based on different values, work styles, ages, and skill sets that employees to four to five distinct generations bring to the workforce. In the second finding, examine the social interaction of generational cohorts in a diverse workplace based on the study of New Zealanders. And a questionnaire they are using the questionnaire method for this research. Generational cohorts. The definition of generational cohorts is a group of people who carry the same background and share the historical or social life experiences, the facts which are relatively stable over the course of their lives. And findings of journal articles. The third finding of journal articles, Wilson investigate the difference of generation attitudes of baby boomers, Generation X and Generation Y in the workplace, and why contradictions exist within generations. The questions popped up in the research, and the study reflected the communication ways of baby boomers, Generation X and Y applied in the workforce based on the capability of adapting to new cultures. And the fourth journal examined the distinctive of work values of three generations, which included of silent generation, baby boomers, and Generation X. They exclude Generation Y in this research. Yeah. The limitation. Majority of the survey and questioning have limited response rate from the sample size targeted because most of them have no 100% response rate from the survey or the questioning. And finding do not relate interaction of individual from each generation to style of communication with the workforce, and the statistical data it's not so complete. And research questions. The channels used, the style of communication between the communication of Generation X and Y in meeting the consensus. And the content of their communication is much concerned over here, and how is the direction flow of information between Generation X and Y, and how effective is their diverse communication in the organization workforce. And the methodology will, my method used for my research is quantitative method, and the advantages of this method is the result will be more solid due to the greater number of the respondents, and short and simple feedback will obtain concluding the perspective of the three generations, in the perspective of the two generations towards each other, the communication between two generations, and a greater range of response will be obtained. Since it's a survey, my targeted audience will be larger, so a greater range of response will be obtained. And the disadvantages will be the feedback received will not be the first response, because due to the flexibility of time given, they might not answer the survey at during that moment. They might answer after a few days later, or maybe a few hours later. So, and the most worried thing will be there are no 100% of response rate from the survey or either the questionnaire, and this will affect the results. And description of sample technique. I'm using random and probability sampling, and survey and questionnaire distribute to a certain number of Generation X and Generation Y employees. And size of sample, 30 people from each generation will be chosen to complete the survey. And instrument is survey and questioning. Background information of company. Triage St. John Bahad, it's a small enterprise company. Diversity of employees in the company. And method, data tabulation. It's kind of a method that identify the sample size of each generation, like for the and final results of the survey, and then the description analysis by using mean, medium, and mode to categorize the results. And this is about my assignment 3, portfolio and essay. And portfolio, I will be choosing portfolio is academic weekly journal. And it will be summarized in lecture and tutorial work from week 2 to week 3. And class activity and group discussion will be concluded in this portfolio. And academic journal, extra readings like about the course and the subjects will be discussed. And essay, I will be choosing topic 1, emphasize on the case study itself, with and then communication used within an organization. That's all.